I always take it to my profession, my trading. When I started doing forex trading, I used to be consistent. I was quite careful in the start. And then when I used to get overconfident, I used to get greedy. And when I used to get greedy, I used to put a higher lot size. And when I used to put a higher lot size, I always used to go into loss. You make mistakes and you learn from them as well. So I have made those mistakes again and again. Day 26, how to magically transform your mistakes into blessings. When we were children, when you are making a mistake, you are learning from that. Then slowly, when you grow up, you are the same person, but when you're making a mistake, you are being punished for that. Some mistakes are acceptable and some mistakes are not. Because of these conditions, whenever we make a mistake, we don't forgive ourselves. We punish ourselves mentally, emotionally. Every single mistake is a blessing in disguise. Mistakes are a way to learn. We all make mistakes. And if you're not going to make mistakes, we are not going to learn from them. For example, simple when we are spilling the water as well. If we are not going to spill the water, we won't know. We have to be careful. I'm a mother and they do make mistakes. And I think at this stage of my life, I have understood that you need to let them make mistakes so that they can learn from them. You can give them the most safest environment. They are going to try to learn themselves, and making mistakes is a way to learn. And in fact, according to law of attraction, if you're not going to learn from that mistake, you are going to keep on making the same mistake again and again. But that's human nature. We always do this in a fun way. We always say to each other that, oh no, I don't make the same mistake again. So now how you are going to learn from the mistake? So there are 3 steps to learn from your mistakes. So the step 1 is to accept or own your mistake. A lot of times what happens when we make a mistake, we don't own that mistake. We always try to find someone to blame. Isn't that true? We always try to find an scapegoat so that we can get away from that. For example, if you're driving and you got a speeding ticket, you're not going to accept that you are speeding. You're going to blame the system. You're going to blame that the policeman was hiding behind the bushes and I got the ticket. Instead of reflecting and accepting and owning your mistakes, we normally, when we blame others, we are creating a negative atmosphere. For instance, the example which I gave you earlier, that you're speeding and you got a speeding ticket. If you're gonna own this mistake, you're gonna feel a little bit more confident. You are gonna have self-respect. You're gonna feel in control of the situation. But whereas if you're gonna blame someone else, you are giving the control to someone else. You're giving the power to someone else. You are saying that the policeman was hiding behind the bushes and they gave you a ticket. Because that mistake has a reason behind it. It's lack of organization skill. It's lack of time management. As soon as you're gonna own it, you're gonna realize your own lack. I always say, instead of focusing on to the problem, if you focus on to the solution, life becomes so easy and so smooth. Because we are always complaining about the problem, we are always stuck in that problem, we can't see the solution. We can't find the solution because we are not thinking in a constructive way. We are naturally powerful people. We are the creators. We are the most resourceful species on this earth. But when we are giving the control to the problem, we are losing our creativity. We are losing our resourcefulness. That's why this particular practice is focusing on to accepting your mistakes. And when you take back control, you are going to focus on the solution and you are going to resolve it. So now how you will learn from the mistake. Step 2, to be grateful, to have gratitude. Now let's just go back to the same situation, same example which I gave you before. You got a speeding ticket because you were speeding. Now how to be grateful of that? There are 3 things which you can actually straight away reflect on it. First, it is safe for you. Second, you're not going to understand the value of the system. You're not going to understand the rules, why there is a speeding limit on that particular road. And third, when you are going to be grateful of the mistake, you're going to learn to resolve it. And when you actually face these kind of unpleasant situations, it's not easy to be grateful of. But if we are gonna own the mistake, the process is gonna be a lot easier, because at the end of the day, everybody knows whatever mistakes or whatever unpleasant situations we have been through, over the passage of time, we do say we are grateful of that situation, that happened. It actually worked in my favor. But we stretch the whole process while we are complaining, while we are blaming, and then slowly we accept it. And by the time we accept it, own it, work for it, and then we resolve it, and we are saying we are grateful of that. It will change your life. It will change the whole dynamics of your own personality as well, because you will have more self-respect, you will have more self-control, and you will be a little bit more aware. Now, the third step, the only one thing which is left is to reflect on it. Again, I'm going to go back to the same example. If you got a speeding ticket, I know it's a mistake, you own it, you found out the reason why you got the speeding ticket. Sometimes you can't find that resolution. Sometimes you can't see the reason why or the positivity behind that mistake. That's perfectly fine. The easiest way is to actually sit down and reflect onto that mistake. Now let's just take another example. You lost your job. Now that is an unpleasant situation. Instead of blaming the boss was like that, my colleagues didn't like me, the job was rubbish and blah blah blah. If you accept it, okay, I lost my job. Okay, that's gone. Now what shall I do? Now successful people, they take that problem as a stepping stone. Okay, I have this hurdle, I have this challenge, I have to get over it. When you're gonna have that kind of a mindset, you are gonna change your attitude. You're gonna be straight away running towards the solution. For example, when I lost my job, I was devastated, I was complaining, I was blaming. After 2 years down the line, I was the most grateful person that I lost my job. So when I was doing these practices after a few months, I actually sat down, wrote down that why I lost the job, which was a simple reason why, because it was COVID. Now the second thing I reflect upon was, now what shall I do? I accepted it. I have a situation or a challenge which I have to overcome. I can cry over it for a good few years, but that's not going to change anything. I'm just stretching the whole transformation process then. And I wrote down, what are the resources I have? What are the possibilities of those resources? And what are my capabilities? Simple. So the first thing came into my mind was, I've been through similar situations, and there might be so many people been through the similar situation as well. So many times I did realize that yes, I am listening to the motivational videos. They seem so unreal for me. But this is not my situation the way you're talking. You can't understand my situation, the situation I'm going through. I'm a mother, I have children, I have this, I have that. The solution was my purpose. I realized my purpose, that I have to be that bridge between people like me and the success. So I chose to be a speaker, I chose to be a life coach and mentor. While I was in COVID, I was mentored by amazing people, and I learned this skill to overcome my situations. Now let's just go back to the magic practice. So you are gonna do the first third step. You are gonna write the 10 things you are grateful of. You are gonna be thankful of those things. Then the second step will be, choose one mistake of your life. The mistake or the situation or the problem, whatever you have which is in your heart deep, you are not letting it go. Get the mistake out. Sit down and write about it. And then find 10 blessings. There might be something behind that mistake or something that behind that situation which is occurring to you, so that you can learn from that mistake. Find those 10 blessings. Now to help you find those blessings, again, go through those 3 steps. Own it, reflect upon it. What did I learn from that mistake? And then do the inventory, write down pros and cons. Now we are only looking for solutions to elevate ourselves, to create solutions, to create our own path, or to follow our path to our purpose. So to follow that path, you need to actually just go through the mistakes you already made, because you are going to find the code, the secret code through those mistakes. As law of attraction law always states, there's always a blessing behind every mistake. And once you're going to find that solution, life is going to be easy. Then it's just onwards and upwards. Then you just have to decide what to do, when to execute it, take action, and just go forward. And I'm so excited to announce my website as well. I have created a gratitude journal for you all, which you can actually get it in a printable version for free from my website. The website name is www.sheisbuildinganempire.com. Just a small way to say I am so grateful, I am so thankful of you guys supporting me all the way till now. So that's all for today. I hope this practice is gonna give you a solution for future. Have an amazing life. May the rest of your life be the best of your life. I will see you next week with the day 27. You are doing great.